Hello, welcome to Cosmic Love Tarot. The energies that I'm picking up right now is for the masculine energy. Let me explain to you what happened prior to me starting my second reading today. I had a phone call, and it was from a male who I don't know. It was a bit of a cold call, really, a cold caller. And he was asking me questions and asked me what sort of work do I do. So I told him that I am an holistic therapist and I work with people in recovery from addictions. So it's all about mindfulness and meditation. Now, this man that I was talking to, he sounded quite young, but he was telling me that he has joined a men's meditation group. And I've never heard of that before. And it was strangely near me, near where I live. And he was saying that he goes there every month. Now, he's from the UK, and he was telling me that British people tend to have a stiff upper lip, where the males tend to think, oh no, I ain't doing any meditation, it's sissy, it's girly, load of rubbish. But he was saying that he was encouraged to go, and he's been going now for quite a few months. But he said when he first started to try and do meditation, he just thought, oh, that was okay. The second time he went, he thought that wasn't too bad. He said no. He said it's absolutely amazing. And he said, well, what's beautiful is when we finish our meditation, we all sit together, just men. They sit together and they talk. And he said, and what's amazing is my mind is completely clear. It's not filled up with rubbish. I'm not overthinking, I'm not overanalyzing, it's completely blank. And we're just in this moment of talking amongst ourselves. I thought that was wonderful, and it was so strange that this conversation happened very, very randomly. And I had just finished doing a reading on the Divine Feminine. So, is that a message? Is that a message for the male energy? I think it is. So I come to my desk to start reading. I thought I'd get this deck out now. You might have noticed, with these decks, I split them in half and then I shuffle them that way. As they split them in half on the second time, this is what it was. And it was the Emperor, and I just had to keep it. The other card next to it was the Call. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know which cards I'm going to use. It all depends on the vibration and the energy that will be working with me. So it will be for the masculine energy. Okay. And you can also still reverse it, because female will also hold the masculine energy. But I feel this is a masculine energy that's been doing a lot of work on themselves. That's the energy I'm picking up from this card. And the conversation I had with that young man on the phone today. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the Emperor. I feel with the Emperor, you're either in Emperor energy or you're aiming towards Emperor energy. We'll see as the cards unfold. What I'm picking up from this card, it's just so beautiful. He is the protector of his family, protector of what he holds sacred to him as the master of the household. That's the energy. He's a king in his castle, and he is the castle as well as the king. He holds his sword, he's holding that sword like when I've seen pictures of, I don't know, I'm just thinking of King Arthur. It's like a king of of the country, of the estate, of his own empire. You're the king of your own empire, or the emperor of your own empire. And that sword, he uses that sword very wisely when it's necessary. He doesn't just do it. He doesn't just strike somebody down with his sword. He would do it when it is really, really necessary. He's not an emperor for no reason. He's been through every deck, every king, every queen within himself to be the emperor, the divine masculine. So that sword doesn't need to be drawn, only a looks. Just a look will get people quaking in their shoes. That's what I've just heard. It's like the roar of the lion. The lion only has to yawn. If anybody says his big mouth yawning, you would be frightened to move or speak. And so whoever is in your presence can feel quite intimidated by you. It could feel that you are a roaring lion, a beast. But I don't feel that you are, not to be the emperor. You are a gentle giant, is what I'm picking up. But like I said, you're either coming into the emperor energy or you already are the emperor energy, but you haven't yet completely accepted your own power, your own strength within you that you have discovered through your life soul journey. To be the emperor, you would have gone through loads of obstacles, loads of challenges, loads of fights, loads of conflicts, and learnt many, many lessons on this journey. I feel that you're more of the observer, the silent observer. Don't speak, you don't need to speak, just your presence. Just having your presence, people acknowledge. You can walk into a room and people can just feel your energy present. You don't have to say anything or do anything, just stand there and people will just gravitate towards your energy, gravitate towards your power. You are an icon to many people for you to have been where you are, or for what you've been through to where you are today. And you are in emperor energy. Beautiful. I'm picking up that you could also be I was picking up more of an organizer of events, organizer of fundraising. You're very, I was going to say humanistic. Maybe you use the humanistic values, core values, when you meet people. You greet them in the present and the now. You don't pass judgment on anybody. This is what I'm picking up for you. But I saw you. I can see you more as, like, I was going to say CEO, something of your own business, your own empire. But I'm seeing it more like a funded organisation. Be working with children, I've just seen, protecting children. Because you protect children, you protect women. You protect the less unfortunate, the weak, the vulnerable. It feels you are a CEO of something that oversees everything below you. Of humanitarian. It's the energy I'm picking now. Beautiful. Yeah, humanitarian. Conflicts, war. Seen a lot of damaged buildings and yeah, war. He's the overseer, CEO and overseer of humanitarian, making sure that everybody is protected and cared for. Could be bringing in war zones, bringing in, God, this is powerful, even bringing in food, shelter, medical appliances, I've just been told. It's like he's got a checklist of everything that has to be ticked off. It's like an air sign. An air sign would do that. Like I'm picking up right now, like an Aquarius would do that. They would tick everything off to make sure everything is done precise, exactly how it needs to be done. Very thorough. Very honest. He is the Emperor. Beautiful. The Five of Earth. Wow, for what I just said. Poverty, sickness, lack of. The Five of Earth, when they've lost everything, they're homeless. Got nothing. Absolutely nothing except themselves. That's what you could be doing, is working with the homeless. Or working with people in war zones that's lost everything. Oh, finding shelter. Message. Right. Message is coming in. It's like a force, that a force message. A message from the Queen of Earth. A message from Mother Earth, or a message from somebody, a female that's on the same energy, or this could also be you. I don't know, but it feels it's like a dragonfly. Reminds me of like messages from the fairy realm. Transformations. I know transformations are butterflies. I can't think what dragonflies are. I can't remember now, but I think they are still to do with the angelic realms. Very earthy. The stag, the energy of the stag could be your totem. You could live in nature, surround yourself with in nature, or who you're helping. Ten of Earth. Which is Ten of Pentacles. It's generational wealth. Patience. Messages, gossip, and the King of Air. Very logical, very businesslike, very straight to the point. You could be the king. Oh, I did say Aquarius, didn't I? I mentioned Aquarius. Could be Aquarius. Aquarius. Sending messages. Could be messages of help, messages of support, messages of guardians, 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 guidance, to the Queen of Earth, which is the Queen of, could be Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. Very abundant, who has material status, security, stability. So I'm seeing our hair and earth, and messages coming in of something that's been lost, and it's for the Emperor to make a decision on the best strategy to move forward. I'm being drawn to this deck right now because it's called The Call. It's like Judgment Day, something that correcting something that's been wronged. Could be the Emperor that's correcting something that's been wronged. Or this is actually for divine masculine, divine feminine to correct something that's been wronged. I'm looking there right now as Pisces. The fish. Don't know why I'm doing that, but I am. So, okay, 4 of fire. Right, oh, stability. Well, I'm picking up from this also. When you look at that, there's symbols on this rock. I don't know what these symbols are, but I feel like I should know them. I'm sure I've seen them somewhere, but I don't know where. But this is reminding me of something, and I just don't know what it is, but I know I've seen it before. But it feels very ancient, an ancient stone. And these stones have been found in this present day, and they've questioned who could have made this circle so precise. If this is going back to Stonehenge, who did this? And this is what the Emperor has done, has gone back many lifetimes. It feels as if past, present, future, it is very wise and very knowledgeable, where things have been repeated throughout lifetimes, past lifetimes in history. He's recognised that he can see it, he can see the outcomes, he can see how things get destroyed to be. It goes back to that, out of chaos creates order. Creates order, that makes sense. It feels as if going back in time, seeing something from past, but it still belongs to future. It's like looking at an ancient stone, but who put the hole in? Only a machine could do that. What kind of machine would that have been? Was that water pressure? Was it laser, a crystal laser? So where's it come from? Does it come from an alien source energy? Something that the Emperor knows. Not many of us is really. I'll tell you what this reminds me of. This reminds me of, oh God, I followed him as well. What's his name? Oh, can't think of his name. Billy Carson. Is it Billy Carson? Very knowledgeable man. Very, very knowledgeable on everything. He studied everything. And that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's like, I think his name's Billy Carson. Very, very interesting man. And he would have known, he's learned about this, he's understood I don't know, it's like really seeing that multi-dimensional or multiverse. Anyway, that's what I'm kind of seeing. Two of water. This is interesting. You put a goldfish in a goldfish bowl, and it will just keep on swimming round and round and round and round and round every day, every week, every month, every year. So whenever the goldfish gives up, very much like life, repeated pattern over and over again. It's like wars or whatever it might be, goes on over and over and over again over many past lives. But this emperor can see that what is happening today is a necessity. It's like a necessity. It's what I got, necessity. That's a word. To wake up the goldfish. Because the goldfish will jump out of the goldfish bowl and jump into the pond. And when they jump into the pond, they will get bigger. They will get bigger because the pool is bigger. And what that really is saying is what was I going to say? It's just right now. It's like the awareness of life, that there is more to life outside the goldfish bowl. Because now you can see the pond, and inside this pond you can see all the other living little water creatures in there. So it expands your awareness. So each time you are expanding your awareness. Interesting. Feels two people has jumped into the pond there. It looks like kind of lily pads, one there and one above, and it feels like they've both jumped into this pond and become aware of something bigger than what they first thought. Something more, something beyond what they first thought was there. They could only see wherever that goldfish bowl was put. But now they've jumped into a pond and they can see all the way around the pond. But inside the pond, there's more interest. It's like saying, when you look within yourself, there's a lot to be discovered. The page of air. Message. That's interesting. Wasn't there another message there? Message of air, page of air. Can still represent messages from the divine. Of course it would be. Because that's the call. The Empress is having a call. The Empress is having a call. After expanding her own awareness. And it's to do with home. Home within the self. Coming back to the self. Ten of air after absolute betrayal. You can't get any worse than the Ten of air. You can't even fall any lower after the Ten of Swords. The only way is up. And I feel that the masculine energy in this reading is already in Empress. the Empress, who's coming into Empress energy, is just coming into Empress energy. I've got Page of Air, message from the divine, expanding awareness, or she's bringing something else in for the masculine energy to expand something that needs to be looked at, to look at something in a different way maybe. But it's a judgment call. It's a judgment call. A judgment call on the past. It could be the past of, it could be a past of this soul journey between the masculine and the feminine. It's also judgment call on the world and what's going on in the world or with people. It's like this turning of events that's happening. The turning of events is also the goldfish expanding its awareness, recognizing that we've been here before, we've done this before. Did we learn our lessons from the past? Are we going to understand those lessons for our future? The divine feminine as, look at this, it's also her own masculine emperor within. This is, it feels like two divine masculine feminines here who's really coming into their own. Messages from the divine. But the two of air can also represent a choice or a decision. Maybe it's a decision where the goldfish are going to go to. As in, for example, where is the Empress and the Emperor going to go? Are they coming together, or are they still carrying on in their journey, but still coming in together on that 5D? I'll tell you why I've said that. When you look at the two of air, what she's holding, and she is holding, it looks like a dove on each hand, and each dove is wearing a crown. So it's a choice to just stay connected in the 5D. There's no need for physical presence. Not when you're in the Emperor and Empress mode. In that energy, it's not about the physical. It's about the spiritual, the 5D. And she's got her lion there. But it feels like the masculine energy is, it feels a bit more knowledgeable. It's gone through, just learnt more. It's the energy I'm picking up, but even though they're both jumped into the pool together, I'm not doing one right now for the feminine, but it feels that if the feminine is just slightly behind the masculine, she's had other things that she's had to overcome. It's beautiful. Okay. Where do I want to go from there? I think I want to go with the masculine. The Emperor. To get more clarification of this message that's coming in from an earth sign. I'm seeing abundance here. Patience. Maybe the Queen of Earth is waiting patiently for a message from the Emperor of something that needs to be done because of this is all to do with loss. Got nothing. Let's just try these then. Can you clarify the Queen of Earth? Bring more clarity to the Queen of Earth. What is it that she needs to? What is she staying patient for? What is she staying patient for? She's the High Priestess. She's the High Priestess. She's already abundant within herself as well as outside of herself. Very patient. But this could also be the feminine within the Emperor, the masculine. So something that you are trusting, like trusting your intuition. I'm also seeing astral travel. Tapping into different dimensions, different worlds. Okay, anything else? Devil. Bring more clarification on the devil energy. Devil energy, it doesn't mean to say that devil. It's to do with the 3D physical world. Maybe that's what it's needed for help for whatever is going on in our 3D physical world, which would make sense. Oh, wow. It's humanitarian. It's helping the homeless. Helping the homeless. Bringing food. Warmth. It feels as if the Queen of Earth will give her last penny. Because she works... Let me just get this clarified and make sure I got this right. Okay. It could be a female that's also in your life. Because I'm talking about the divine masculine. Or this could be to do with your own femininity, where you are also a CEO of a company or a funding organisation or something really high up, where you are an overseer of either wars or whatever it might be, or I mentioned also homeless, and here, it's got it here, 6 of Pentacles, that you help the homeless. You trust in your intuition. Devil energy, it's all to do with the 3D. Yeah. Okay. What else do I need to? What is the message then that's coming in? What is the message that's coming into the Emperor? What is the message that's coming into the Emperor? What is the message that's coming in? I'm just in a card turned over. Oh, I'm seeing the Empress. The High Priestess, the Empress. A message is coming in from the Empress. She's very earthy, and this energy is the Queen of Wands, very earthy, very caring, looking after children's need, their needs when they're hurt and injured. Very loving, humanitarian. I feel so strongly. This is the message that's coming in for the Emperor. Bring more clarity on the Five of Earth, please. Sort to do with, yeah, with Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, there's Ten of Earth there. It's all to do with family. Get together, food, celebration. Bringing in. It's like that, bringing in food, family. She just seems, this card can also represent where she could be quite stressed over what all the undercurrent of everything else that's going on here. So it's like feeding people who need help, but it's not a long-term thing. And that's where she needed help. She needs help. Ten of Pentacles there. Here is the Ten of Earth, which is the same thing, Ten of Pentacles. So it's about funding. I mentioned a funded organisation. Maybe two organisations is going to be coming in jointly together. This reading could be just for a specific person. Or you could be just part of an organisation or in an organisation or wanting to create something. But it's all to do with humanitarian, caring, feeding the helpless, the vulnerable. I just looked underneath this, the Emperor. It's all to do with strategizing, competitive, who's right, this is the right way of doing it. It's like, so somebody in charge of an organisation, the overseer, it's like, oh yeah, he's like the overseer to what is being discussed below him. And which is the right strategy to take? What is the right move to take for this particular project or whatever it might be? But I feel it's more humanitarian. To how can we fund this? How can we raise funds for this? Or how can we carry this on through a certain length of time? I don't want it to be short term. It has to be long term. That's the energy I'm picking up, and that's why he is the Emperor. He doesn't rush into things. He will sit back and listen and observe. That's just what that masculine energy is doing right now, is observing what everybody is coming together in meetings and coming up with suggestions, ideas, and what's worth it, what isn't worth it. But it's a core, it's a necessary core for these masculine energies. Wherever you are on that vibration, you're all being called to be going into something. And it's about work. It's about work. Okay. So, let's see what else. What else do we need? Something's just caught my eye. And you might see it on video, hopefully, yeah. Okay, that was put down on the wrong card deck. And it's called A Beautiful Art, Open Your Wings and Fly. It's like jumping from the fish bowl into the fish ponds. It feels, let me have a look, like a coat of armour. You look at it with the Emperor, you could just imagine his arse having a coat of armour. That's in honour of his Emperor energy. And this is art. It's not to keep anybody out. It's just, he doesn't work from, it doesn't matter how much he will love whatever he loves. He's an emperor energy, because he's looked at things in a logical way from lessons learned. He says the bigger picture, the overall bigger picture. And so his art is protected from feeling irrational in emotion. It's through maturity. He's learned a lot through the heartbreak of the heart, but no, it's open, but it's feels a warrior. But this art is only opened up to a few, just a few, and that would be his divine feminine, his Empress. That is the overall energy of this spread. It feels. Let's go for the messages of the universe. What does the universe also want to say to this masculine? One more time. Bigger and better experiences are coming your way. You may not be able to see it, but greater things are coming together for you as you read this. Trust the process and let it unfold in divine timing. Moving forward, knowing that all is working out just fine. Okay, that's beautiful. So everything is still happening how it's meant to happen. And what you want to create will be created, because it's your call to do this. There's something specific that you're meant to be doing. Which I think I told you most of it really, where it's to do humanitarian, and you are the overseer. I mean, you could be, it could be absolutely anything in the work that you do. You could even be a supervisor or a team leader or even a manager, or whatever it is. You are the overseer to keep everything all functioning and to go, what's the word? To go, I can't get the word. It's like a steady pace, even pace. You are your purpose, because you are your call. Your spirit guide can lead you, but you can't do it for you. The light in you can lead the way. Life lessons again. Wow, life lessons again. It's like you are an overseer, you can see, or a foreseer, or a fortune teller, whatever it might be, whatever it is, you are a seer, a foreseer. You see everything. Life lessons again. You know that this has all happened before. Everything has happened before. It's like a rotation. What have I got there? A rotation of events. Wow. A rotation of events that causes consequences. You are your purpose. You have a great calling in this lifetime to help humanity. Your spirit guides are constantly leading you to where you're meant to go, but only you can make those decisions. And I feel that you are making those decisions because you're in Emperor energy. is trust in yourself. Trust in the divine, because things are coming in when it's meant to come in. I've just got the answer. The Queen of Earth, it's not about the Queen of Earth coming into Alp. She's also abundant anyway, but it's about the two energies, because it belongs to the Emperor and Empress coming together and creating 10 of Pentacles both. They're both coming in with their own gifts, their own knowledge, working together as a team. It could be two organisations coming together, or two people coming together. Whatever it is, you both will come to the, I was going to say, solution of what your calling is. It's like both of you have only had part of your calling, and it all starts to make sense once you come into full union. Wow, that's interesting. Move forward. Let love propel you over hurdles. For your core and where you are going, only you know your story and where you'll be led to. This reading is for the collective, but the energy is still wanting to push you forward, because love propels you to overcome all our hurdles. Love can also be where the Emperor and the Empress is coming together. They're both on different paths, but still it was the same experience, the same journey, but still different. And whatever the feminine has learned, whatever the masculine has learned, it's like the key and the lock. That's what I can see right now, a key and a lock. And it seems that the masculine's going to pop the key into the lock. It's very, you can see how that works really, can't you? I won't say it. But it feels as if it's going to ignite the big picture. It's like, if I'm seeing it like two halves of a jigsaw puzzle, and then all of a sudden the two halves of the pictures comes together to form that big picture. Or it's like putting together the yin and yang. You put it together, it blends in together, but it's still separate. It's like, feels there's going to be something that's going to be developed from this unity, because that is a call. She's being called towards the Emperor. That's what I've just been told. She's being called to the Emperor. Where was the calling? Is there? The Empress is being called to the Emperor. To move forward. The Empress has to move forward. They both have to move forward, but the call is already being given. The trumpets, the call. You may not know what this call is right now. You may not know. But whatever it is, you both already made that pact together. Number 3 and 4, 34. Number 7 and 20. That will make it 9. Completion. Full completion of the masculine and the feminine. Wow. A call is being made by the divine for the Empress and Emperor to come into unity. maybe not necessarily in the physical, maybe in the physical, but I'm also seeing the spiritual communications as being given on the 5D. I'm looking at my cards because right now I really do not know where I have to go. The divine will just pick the cards for me, so I will just wait until, right, they have given it me. So it's these. Wow, okay. What does the feminine, the Empress, want to say to the Emperor? What does the feminine want to say to the Emperor? The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. I feel that the Empress is telling the Emperor this in the 5D, that he needs to put the past behind him and to release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to him and to follow it with faith. That's what I feel. So what does the Emperor, what is the Emperor saying to the Empress in 5D? What is he saying to her? Let's get that one. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So the Emperor is telling the Empress that she needs to let go of resentment. I'm being drawn now back to this. The resentment will belong to the Ten of Air. She's out of healing. She's done her healing. Could be 10 years, 10 months. She's done her healing. A message from the divine is bringing in a message. Maybe she feels that she hasn't let go, or feeling that she has let go. So you feel that the Emperor is a little bit step in front. Something she hasn't quite seen. Emotions are a natural, necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. The Emperor does not work on emotion. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. I need to get that clarified for the Emperor so we can, because you could be either, okay? So let's get a little bit of what does the Empress need to release? What does she need to let go of? What does the Empress need to let go of? She needs to see something from a different perspective. Maybe her own belief of her own, finding her own strategy. The feminine is different to the masculine, and the masculine will strategize. You've got the masculine here, and it's all about, but I feel this is about the feminine though. What the feminine needs to do, it's to do with work, maybe it's about communication, or how to communicate on a platform, as a reader, for example. How to communicate, or how to communicate. Emotions are a natural, necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. After you've had the 10 of Swords in your back, it's very difficult to completely and utterly clear away all of those emotions that was created from the 10 of Swords. Each sword is representing a very painful betrayal. And Even though you're coming into your Empress energy, the Empress is still holding on to maybe an imaginary fear that could this happen again? But what she's not seeing, she has attracted it. Like attracts like. You are not an emperor for no reason, just as much as you are not an empress for no reason. Anyone can claim to be an emperor or an empress, but a true emperor and a true empress, they walk in silence. They don't talk about who they are or what they do. They observe in silence. But something from the past that the feminine needs to release. And it's resentment. How can she release this resentment? What's the best way for the Empress to release this? This is to do with the way to release your resentment is to see how far you've come, how much you've learned. What is your qualifications in life? What can you offer? Because that has been your learning. It's like the hidden blessings of something so traumatic from the Ten of Swords. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at it's so many sacrifices. So the feminine goes through so many hurdles, just like the masculine, but different. Females work with the emotional attachment to a particular situation. And it's only through that experience that qualified you to become the Empress. But to take the full power of the Empress, you have to let go of the resentment from the past. But the past still had to. I'm being drawn back to this. The Four of Fire. I said it's like the past. The past, present and future. You have to go back and see that everything happened through choices and through taking responsibility through the choices that you made. But even through those choices, it's no right, no wrong. It doesn't matter. It becomes a lesson. It doesn't matter which path you take, which choice you take. It's about you recognising and forgiving yourself from hurting yourself. But that was still a lesson. It really feels like it doesn't matter what I'm saying right now. It still had to happen the way it happened because you gained more clarity. It's like you gained it, you gained more clarity, you had more awareness of yourself as well as what was outside of you. That big pond and bigger fish, you had more of a chance of you dying or being swallowed up by something. Even the fisherman can catch her. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to be the Empress or the Emperor to then jump into the sea. Look what's in the sea, sharks. The world is filled with sharks, crocodiles. And you are becoming aware of the old, it feels like the old structure of multiverse, a facet of a multiverse of possibilities. This one I've just got. Of abundance. And the more you start to trust this, the more you can let go of resentment from the past. It's done. That emotion does not belong to you anymore because you are coming into Empress. Be proud of your achievements. Be proud of what you've learned. For both of you, be proud. You worked really hard to be where you are today. You've gained a lot of clarity, a lot of wisdom. You're streetwise. Your life skills is undeniable. Your life skills, you cannot give a qualification for what you've learned. In the Western world, we need a qualification for whatever, but when you have all of your life skill, your soul journey, and many past lives, it's all in that one lifetime right now. No qualification can you will be able to ever write out what you're qualified for, because you're qualified for everything. You understand. It's like I mentioned that Billy Carson, check him out, and he's very knowledgeable. He started off because he was interested in, I think he was interested in an aeroplane to started with, and then a rocket, and then he started looking at gravity, and he just started progressing bit by bit through his, you know, his time of where he is today, and he's gained so much information. And there you go, there's another masculine energy that's bringing all of this information in. It's like Carl Jung is my icon, another masculine energy who brought the unconscious conscious. It's to help all of us to realise that we've been walking in or walking asleep. We've been walking in our own shadow, fast asleep, just like the goldfish that's going round and round and round, week after week, month after month, year after year, doing the same old shit every single day. And even though it's boring, it's depressing, you know, as soon as you decide, you know what, I'm going to jump in that pond over there. I don't care what's in that pond, but I'm just going to go for it. It's like the Fool card. It jumps. It jumps with faith. And this is where you've been at. So yeah, this is what's happening. I'm hoping I haven't gone off the subject, because it really feels like just two people are coming together, and it's all to do with humanitarian. It's helping the unfortunate, maybe helping them to clear away any toxicity. Okay. Let's end it with these cards, which is the Star Seed. Let's end it with this card on each of the, one for the feminine, please. A message for the feminine, the Empress. Vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to the cosmic intelligence. I did mention the emotional intelligence. Now it's the cosmic intelligence. I think once you let go of any resentment from the past, you then connect to the cosmic intelligence of unity. Okay, for the masculine, the Emperor, what would you like to say to the Empress? Love. Live your truth and share the love that is in your soul. That's all he wants for the Empress. To share the love that is in your soul. Live your truth and share the love. It's encouragement for the Empress to stand true to herself, to live the life. Do you know what this I'm picking up from here? Wow. I'll tell you what I'm picking up. I'm picking up the story of the Titanic, when the ship was going down, and what was their name? Rose and Jack. And Jack went into the sea because two couldn't get on the raft. And this is interesting. And they was holding onto each other's hand. And when he died, he froze to death in the water. He slipped away from her and she was saying, Jack, don't go, Jack, don't go. Don't go, Jack. Jack, don't go. But what happened was she lived her life. She created everything that she discovered through her journey. Even though she lost the love of her life, she discovered him in the 5D. Now, I meant to say that. Okay? And I feel that the Emperor, that is what he wants the Empress to do. Because it's all about the natural, necessary part of the emotions. And I just mentioned Rose and Jack. It's the sea is the emotion. That's interesting. The emotions are the natural and the necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. So at one point, Jack and Rose wanted to stay together forever, and it was only through separation, through death. Sometimes it doesn't need a physical death, just the ending of the past, that you move into your own power, your own authenticity of who you are meant to become. And it feels as if the masculine energy right now is bringing this energy in to help the Empress to come into her own as an individual, of both of you coming into your own, but at the same time it's through this link, this cosmic link. It feels the golden key to the golden lock. It's something that's going to be linked in, where you're going to both see your purpose of where you're meant to be going and integrate both stories, both journeys, just like the two, what's they call them, goldfish, the two goldfish. God, that's interesting. Signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. I'll leave that there. I feel that communication is happening on the 5D, and that's all that's necessary right now. It's because you're helping yourself through that other person. That's it. I hope this is making sense. It's whatever it is bringing you to where you're meant to be going to. So I'll leave that there, because I could go on forever with this. So I'm going to leave this here, and thank you so much for joining. So God bless.